Hi there, Gypsy Soul Hippie Heart here. We're going to do a reading today. I've got 5 decks out. I will see which ones I pull. Right now I've got the Magic of You Oracle by Fiona Horne. I have Doreen Virtue's Relationship, the Romance Angels deck. I also have Sacred Earth Oracle by Carmine. And the Heart Path Oracle by Nadine Taylor. So those are the ones that I've shuffled. I do also have the Sacred Rebel Oracle by Lynn Fairchild and a bunch of others. So I try to shuffle them up so that they're ready to go. And sometimes we need to go into a different deck, and we'll do that if we need to. If not, we will use 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of these. If I say male or female, it could be divine masculine, divine feminine. Let it go and work for you however it does in your life. If this fits, great. If not, maybe the next one, don't make it fit. This is a general reading. Hit the like, share, subscribe button if you so choose to. And yeah, okay. My eyes are going to the Fiona Horne deck, Magic of You Oracle. So this tells me this is about the inner us. That is what this is about. I'm thinking then we will go to Romance Angels. Okay, so I've already called in my guides. Candles and incense are lit. So let's see what we get. This deck wants to talk to us. What are we supposed to know? And I will show you the cards. Being told okay. Flip that one over. Let's see here. Okay. First card is the Witch card. It says the magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow. So this card you can see that there's trees in there. There's a woman standing over. These are her hands, and there's trees, and the moon is in here. So she is giving energy to that part of her she wants to grow and nurture. The magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow. So there is more to us than meets the eye, and of course there is, but there's more to us. I heard knocking at the door right now, trying to make its presence known, that it's ready to birth into this new beginning. It's ready to, like a baby chick, right? In an egg, ready to just crack through the shell and see what's on the other side of the comforts of home, so to speak. So, okay, I heard there's a bird there. And so the bird is sitting there, and it's paying attention, and it's waiting for its time to fly. So, when are we going to step outside of the box and allow others to see who and what we are and what we can do. What adventures do you want to partake in? And it's about honoring the self. And what's to come too. Like, it's about ourself, but it's also about honoring what we want in our life and allowing that to come to us and us to it. The next card is, let's see if I can say this right. It says, let love grow. And I think it's saying love area. So there's a woman there embraced with a man. Her head is turned. Okay, so this is a flower here where his head is supposed to be, and there's a bubble. And in this bubble is a skull. So to me, these two are together, but his mind is not in it. So again, masculine, feminine, we have it both in us, however that fits. But the masculine energy, that is usually that take charge, carry the world forward, and everything it loves takes with it. It's not doing that right now. It's too caught up in whatever is in the head, and it's a skeleton. So it's those things that don't lead us anywhere. It's worry, it's stress, it's fear. It's things that don't lead us anywhere. It's old stuff. It's time to let the old stuff go. This flower, I want to say lily, and it's cradling this crystal ball with this skull in there. So the crystal ball is presenting skeletons of the past. Can be traumas, past hurts, past way of doing things, not being able to move forward, being what is the word? I'm hearing domed in, like it's like we've protected ourselves with this dome around us so much that we can't see the beauty that is in his arms. He can't see the woman that is there wanting to love him because of everything that's going on in his head. Everything that is, and really it's not productive, because the skeleton is a body part that is, there's no hair, there's no eyes, there's no skin, there's no smile. And now if there was a flower within the flower or a tree, that would tell me then that whatever is in his head is of something that is worth growing. But this is not something that is conducive to growing or to life. It's the opposite, because it's a skeleton, right? So they both have to let love grow. And it's not that there isn't love there, because they're both embracing each other. And the vines of this flower are intertwined around her and him. So there's just a huge block. She's not looking because she knows she can't look him in the eye, because right now he doesn't have it. It's not there. So, and there's not a lot of color to this. So I would say what this is it's kind of the lily that's kind of muddy, a muddy white. And the green and the yellow are kind of muted. And even their clothes, like, this could be a past love that somebody is thinking of. This could be an old way of living, of loving, of reminiscing, or being tied up in those thoughts. not breaking free so that that skull can just turn to dust and disappear and allow something else to grow in its place. So being tied up in one's thoughts, that is blocking life from going forward and love growing. So you have to let love grow. That means getting out of your head, letting the skeletons go. And she's not looking at him. She's just, okay. She's not sure she wants to be there. She's not sure if there's enough time. If love doesn't grow soon, she doesn't know if there's enough time for them. They're both in their heads. She's looking away. He has nothing but dead-end things in his head. He can't come up with an idea that lets go of the dead stuff and allow something to flow. And if he would just take a minute, she would feel that. She would feel that and come back. He's holding on to her in a pretty loving embrace. So I think he knows that he has to make changes, but has no idea how to. Yeah. Okay, let's see what the next one is now. The next card is Translucence. Love the darkness. Okay, so I always want to look up this bird because it keeps coming to my head of what it is. And I don't, it's part horse and it's part crow. And I can't remember in mythology what that is. I will look that up because it has been coming to me for probably about 4 or 5 months now to look it up, and I always forget. So on the back of this part bird, part horse, this mythical creature is a woman, and she's not hanging on. Her hair is back, her head is back. He's carrying her. It says, love the darkness. So that part of us that we don't want to look at, which goes with this card, right? The part of us, sorry, my nail polish is bad, I should have fixed it. That part of us that we don't want to look at, we feel it, and we don't want it to be seen. We don't want to look at it in the mirror, and we start to see the ugly parts of us that really aren't ugly. We just say they are, because if we can put ourselves down, and the things that other people say about us don't hurt us as much. They do, but we kid ourselves. So allow that part. Go inside then. If it's going to be in the head and consume every moment, every waking moment of your thoughts, then at least go inside. And allow yourself to know that it doesn't make you who you are. Excuse me. It doesn't make you who you are. But if we can embrace those dark parts, those things that we don't like, those things we think we missed the mark on, then we can start to rise above it. We can start to not let it consume us. Find a way to make a difference, to change it, to not keep running in those same circles. Because here she's just spent. She can't handle another dark moment. And translucency, I mean, we want to be transparent. We want to allow all those parts of us to be loved just for who we are, even if they are the dark parts of us. Because when we embrace that dark part of our soul with love, then the love grows over that and around that, and it changes that dark. It takes that hold that the dark has on us off. Solitude, alone but not alone. So the card here is a woman who has this, I'm going to call it her hair. And again, those vines that are wrapped around it. I don't know if it's hair. I think it's I think it's partial hair. And then I think as it gets down, it turns into like a very, almost like a sheer, curtain sheer, you know, that really sheer white material. Because here it looks like there's hair. It looks like these are hair particles. And then as it turns down, it's become her clothing. So whether or not they've meshed in together, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. The fact is that she's covering up her face, she's covering up her body, and she's felt like she's needed to cover up for a while because she has the vines all over her. So she's gone into solitude, she's gone into hiding. She's again, he or she, I'm saying she because that's what I'm seeing in the card, but however it fits, you know, make it work for you. She's gone into solitude, and she's been there a while because the vines have grown over her. So before she just kind of becomes mummified in her, we could go inward, and that's always a good thing. But we got to remember, we got to come out and breathe and live in the world too. Otherwise, we get mummified in our own stuck feeling, and we don't go on. We don't do something different. We don't make strides in our life. So alone but not alone. So she's not alone in her thoughts. I mean, we're all guided by loved ones from who've passed on. We're all guided by angels and God and you know, light beings that are there to help us. Ascended masters, oneness guides. And so even when we feel that we are alone, we are not alone. And all we have to do is reach out and ask for help. Ask for this solitude that has become a something that binds us, actually, you know, that it's encrusted us in a way to not be able to break out. Again, like that baby bird trying to break out of the eggshell. We go inward and we deal with our demons, we deal with our wounds, we deal with past hurts, and we wish for greater things. But if we stay there too long, it shells over us. It's not good. So this is the last card from this deck. It's time to lead. Opulence. She has red hair, so it's fiery energy. She also has this mask on that looks like deer antlers, but it's trees that she's wearing like that. So she's put on her mask. She's put on, I'm hearing it's strength and power, because the red is that fiery energy that spitfire, right? Like, I might be quiet and meek, but get me going. And so she's got this mask on, which is earth energy, because it's trees, but it's antlers, or to look like antlers, and there's beads around it. So it's, I want to say almost royalty or regalness to this fiery energy that is supposed to rise up inside of us to break the solitude, to come out with strength and power, personal power, and make a mark on this world. Make a mark on this world, because it's time. Her eyes are closed. It's time for her to open up her eyes and see the beauty that she's created around her and that she is. And sort of don't let anybody slow her down. Take the lead. Okay. Okay, well, I wasn't going to look at this one, but I'll flip it over because I don't like to just pick a card. But this goes with its tangibility. So make your dreams real. So as this fiery energy comes up, and time to take the lead so that you can make your dreams tangible in your life. So you can make your things that we put aside and say, oh, I'm never going to accomplish that. Well, we're not if we talk like that. There's just no way. So, and I'm guilty of that too, of always being scared to take that first step into something unknown because I'm scared of failure. But in that flip side is the reality of possibly afraid of success for some. That when we take that lead, we realize we were so used to the same story of telling ourselves that we can't do it, that we forget how far we've come and what we have done and what we have accomplished, whether somebody gives us kudos for it or not. So tangibility to the things that we love, that we want to wrap ourselves in. There's a pigeon there at the top. It's a bird of messengers, right? They carry messages back and forth. They carry secrets. They carry information, hidden information, I heard. So there could be information coming from a source we didn't think that it was going to come from. There are butterflies in here. So there's transformation because they go from the worm to the cocoon to the butterfly. So there is life shifts and transformations coming. And then she is kind of hiding her eyes underneath this blanket. It kind of looks like, again, this sheer material, almost a bit of cloud. So she's breaking up that thought process that clouds are our mind. It's a safe place, but yet doesn't get us anywhere. So this is about making your dreams real. Okay, now I'm told this is all it is for this deck. So I'm actually, you know what? I was going to close it up, but I don't think I will. I think I will just leave this over and we'll overlay if we need to. And I'm going right to the, what are you? My new one, the Heart Path Oracle. I have too many decks. I love them all. They all give me different feelings. They all give me different stories, different ways of looking into it. And I totally thought I was going to go to the Romance Angels, but things have shifted. Energy has shifted. And, okay, I'm going to ask for a little bit of clarity. I don't normally do this, but I am going to ask for a little bit of clarity on how do I want to word that? Okay. What's to come, or what is out there for us to receive if we come out of this solitude and we make our dreams real? And I'm told this is the top card that I want. Okay. Mystical self-discovery. Well, take care of yourself. Okay, so we have playful, lovable, slow-moving koalas. So, and there's 3 of them, and there's, I think, what's the flower? What was I going to call them? Well, there's a purple lily up top, and purple is the intuition. There's the moon in there, so that's also intuition. Okay, so we have a lot of earth energy. New growth. There's 3, so that is things that, this isn't the way I was going to say it, things that, okay, I'm just hearing accumulated, so not where I was going to go, and then that energy shifted, and here I come another one. Mystical self-discovery. So okay, this is really weird. Okay, so I'm gonna do it this way. Let's say that this one is us down here, and this is our grounded, we want to be safe. This one here is we want to take a leap of faith. We want to reach out for something and touch something tangible. And then here's that intuitive side, that curiosity side, that side that looks for something bigger. So these are us in all the different forms. And as we make our way up this tree, we rise up out of the stillness and the quiet that we are. So we allow the magical discovery of ourselves to actually open up, and here he has the wisdom in his teeth. He's got the flower of wisdom in his teeth. So he is connecting consciously to the outside world that this part of himself are too grounded in that they can't see. So as we are grounded, and we make, this is our figure 8 too, so this is our infinity symbol. So as we make our way up this tree, the infinite magic that is us, we get to self-discovery of it. So that strength that is within inside of us is just waiting for us to notice, because it's not gone, it's there. So all the things that we wish we could have are at our fingertips. We just have to stop just looking down at the ground and thinking this is all where I'm gonna be. And not that the ground is bad, not that way. But when we feel like we need to grow and fly, and all we do is keep our head down, we don't even get a chance to use our wings. And the koalas are soft and nurturing and friendly, and so allow yourself to be in that good place, and take time to care for yourself, because this is going to happen whether we're aware of it or not. So yes, take the time we need to rest, but also be prepared that when this time comes to go, we're going to have to go. That we may not be able to stay as long in this middle feeling of solitude and comfort. I'm just, resting here. I'm, loving life where I am. It's not a lot of pressure. It's not a lot of this or that. Or it could be, I'm so tired, I need to rest too. Right? That part of us that needs to rest. But then the intuitive part of us saying, I know there's magic out there and it's mine to have. So this could also be, I was going to say groups of people or family. This also could be a little bit of outgrowing. It could be ourselves outgrowing where we are and what we're doing or who we're with, or it could be, okay, yeah, that's what I'm told. It could be that we are outgrowing our own thoughts or somebody else's, our own way of doing something, or the way that we do something else with somebody else. It may be time to take that leap of faith on our own. I don't know if there's any more in here, which is really funny. You know what? I think that's all for that deck. I'm going to go over to the Sacred Earth Oracle and see what they have to say. Again, I'm really surprised I haven't reached for those. I thought that's where I was going, but the energy is always changing and it has its own idea. And when we allow it to flow with us and through us, instead of fighting it, it makes life a whole lot easier. And that constant struggle that we have with our mind telling us this is going to happen, this is going on, this isn't working, that constant jabber that's in our head, we miss, we bypass that magical self-discovery part of us. We totally do. So we have to learn to quiet the mind. Learn to relax into what the energies of life are trying to give us. Okay. So what we have here is the first card is connections. And it's a woman and there's starfish around her everywhere. And it's in the water. There's lots of emotion there. So the connections that we have to ourselves, into this, again, magical discovery of ourselves, this connection that we have, the seashells and the sea starfish, are these sea creatures, are making their presence known. Stars means things are aligning, means connections are being made. It might be somebody talking about something and the connection is made and helps you get further along the line. Or it just feels like all of a sudden something opens up and you're there at the right time and forward you go with, and it's emotion, but she's not crying. She's also in deep thought. And it's a consciousness. It's a connective. I don't think this one is worry like the solitude card was. This is coming out of that, and this is recognizing and seeing the things that are in front of us through these connections that make things possible. Okay, so then here we have, and it's this, okay, the number 3 has been coming up a lot in the cards. We had the 3 koalas there, and here we have the 3 hummingbirds. And one she is looking at. One she is looking at. One is looking at her, and another one is, where is it? It's right down here, and she doesn't see it at all. So, okay, now I'm getting the feeling that this could be one spirit and a lot of things going on, or this could be, because hummingbirds are the bird of joy, the bringer of joy, color, life, things fluttering really fast. So this could be feelings. This could be, and I hate to say options, but this could be people in your view that want to get your attention for whatever reason. Either they want to help you out, they want to be a part of your life, or they were and they're coming back. This one that she's looking at, though, is actually turned away from her. So if we are to look at this as people of interest, then the one that catches your eye and looks really pretty and all that, catches your eye, may not be the one you want, because they're not looking at you. The admiring face is looking at the bird, but the bird is not admiring back. Now, this bird is admiring the face, and now this face is not looking at the bird. So it's going to be, if it's a relationship, things out of sync, things being seen one way by somebody and not by the other, not having either that connective viewpoint that's the same, and it's causing scatteredness around. It could be more than one thing coming at a person, things to deal with, things that are catching your eye that we're not paying attention to something else. And down here we have this one here, this bird, and it's doing that flight, right? Like it's like it went forward, but now is pulling back. So this could be all about emotions, where one person is more involved in the relationship, looking where the other ones are not paying attention at the right time. So it could be about timing and things not being aligned properly. It could be about having choices. It could be just about spirit and energy too, like ourself, our spiritual side of us, our consciousness, our awareness, our earthly part of us, the grounded part of us, and nothing quite being aligned into one, always distracted. So it could be that. And so what it's saying here is a moderation. So use your discernment, because of what is going to be around. You don't want to just go for the first one, the first pretty thing that comes along, because it doesn't mean it's going to be right. There might have to be some other things, job, people, friends, promises. If someone's saying, oh, I'll give you this, and if you do this, and well, all this will work. And then you think, oh, that didn't turn out. Well, it's because maybe it was too good to be true. Maybe this really pretty one that's really close is too in your face, but not gazing upon you. You want the one that's gazing upon you and noticing you. And this one here, okay, I just heard something might be coming in to stir things up. This one could be a little sneaky. It's coming in out of the radar. So if it's people, just be aware there might be a couple of people involved in something that you're going to have to be very moderate about your time and your consciousness of who you connect with, so that there isn't something looks too good to be true, or looks like it's not good enough. It's like that porridge, right? It's about, which one is too hot, which one's too cold, and which one's just right. So, and deal with it in moderation. Don't jump in too quickly. Okay. This one's absence. And I heard, when I first picked this card up, the first thing that I heard was, absence makes the heart grow fonder. That's the first thing I heard. She has that heart right here, and the horse right here, and that is over the high heart and the heart region of the chakras. So that, and to me she looks like a gypsy. She looks like she can figure things out on her own, and that she feels things, she knows things, She's a part of many things. But there is an absence of something, and I think it's a connectiveness. Her heart is there, and it's pretty, yes, but above it is the horse in the high heart position, and that is freedom and power. So the heart wants the freedom and the power to explore new things, and there's an absence feeling of being connected and knowing you belong. And her eyes are closed. So to me, it's like she's trying to see without looking outward. It's that inner's looking, that inner, what feels right? Where do I belong? What should I do? And it's checking in with her intuition. She's checking in with her intuition. She's checking in with, well, if I do this, she's thinking things through. But there's an absence there because something just hasn't manifested yet. And the bottom of the, just notice that, at the bottom of the card, there's a phoenix there, right there. It's a phoenix. So the absence might be where you go inward, and the phoenix is the bird that lives brilliantly, lives full of life, and then it gets to a point where it like self-combusts. It lights on fire, it turns to ashes, and from the ashes a new phoenix arises from it. So this could be that just before the new shift appears and the new phoenix flies into life. So there might be that shift happening right away, that makes itself known to what it was a person didn't know they were missing. Okay, last card here. Holy, 42 minutes. Revision. Okay, so that makes sense too with the phoenix being there. If that phoenix is coming up and it's out of the absence of wondering what is next, the phoenix comes up and arises and shows itself and starts to live again. And so it brings new vision, revisioning. And if you can see there at the bottom, she's got a dragon. And I believe it's a baby dragon. And I believe... Now, okay, this is what I wanted to say. I believe it's coming out of its egg, out of its shell. And I'm going to go with that because it's a rebirthing. Rebirthing of something new, of personal power, strengths, ambitions, abundance, life. Okay, I just heard electric pulse of this earth. So the things that the heartbeat of when we have that kind of awakening aha moment kind of thing, where it's like, oh, why didn't I think of that before? Now I can do it this way. And the dragon is its protector. So the revisioning of whatever it is going to come into focus again is going to be protected, but magical too. And it's just going to take some nurturing. It's just going to take some nurturing and care by us to bring it up. But it's breaking out of its, I'm saying it's breaking out of its egg, whether or not it is or not. That's what I've seen in my head. So it's making that hatching out of, to get out of its comfort zone and coming with some clarity and revision. Okay. I'm told that is done with those. That is what I hear. And I'm going to do what I wanted to do, which was do some quick romance angel cards, because I'm told now is the time. Now is the time, Kim. So we're going to do this. We're just going to get... I always like to clean my stuff up. I don't like to leave it in a mess. So let's do that. I just love some of these boxes that these cards come in. They really house them nicely and keep them good. Ooh, okay, let's pull these out. Now I'm gonna ask, what do the romance angels? What do they have to tell us? I did shuffle these. What is the love messages for us? What is the love and romance? Let's go, okay. Let's go with, what is the other person's thoughts or feelings? Let's go 3 cards for the other person. 3 cards for the other person, and I want that card. 3 cards for the other person, what their thoughts and feelings are. 3 cards. Oh, I want more, but no, 3 cards. Okay. I'm gonna take it because I'm being told to. Okay, and let's go 3 or 4 cards for our position in the relationship. 3 or 4 cards for our position in the relationship. I want that one. I want that one. And I want that one. And I'm going to take the bottom of the deck as overall. Okay. So, what is there? Whether they're masculine or feminine, male or female, this is the other person that you're thinking of, in a relationship with, wanting to be in a relationship with, the person that's on your mind. Top one is the person that's on your mind. Bottom one is us. Top one is true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So the other person does have those true love feelings. They do. In fact, he's pulling her in. He's standing behind her. There's a chair behind her, so that's a good thing. And he's embracing her. She's got her head back on his shoulder. You know, it's safety, it's peace, it's loving. They're not facing each other though. That is something. They are leaning into each other. They are embraced. So either there is that connection there. I'm going to say there is that connection there. But it is not a turned around embrace looking in each other's eyes. It's like there's just hasn't quite made it all the way. Okay, then there says here, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So this could be that true love feeling and being asked to trust it, because there's going to be some separation, some time apart. That makes my stomach sink. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and he is walking away, and he is holding his heart. He does not like having to leave, and she does not like having him to leave. And I so get that. Okay, so I'm telling you this. Okay, this is what this could be work related. They could be taken away for a while because work. And the next card is, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive for the highest energy of all. Okay, so this top cards, if these are the other person, their feelings of love is real. They may need some time away to work with all the feelings that they have and to know that it's right for them. They may not realize it's true love. They may need time to question and be apart and then have that heart pine for the other person. And they need to understand that it's safe for them to love. They need to open up. They maybe need to go away to open up, to receive the highest energy of all, which is love. So they may be in that pulling away that distant feeling. And then the next card is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So it's showing to me when this person does whatever thinking they need to do, or if it is work that takes them away, that separation is going to be what kind of is that elastic band that pulls it out and then comes back with a snap, and it doesn't want to go back out again. Because it says give your relationship a chance. They're going to learn that they need to. And now here, he is looking at her. He is definitely looking. He sees her now. So that is good. That is really good. Okay, so in our position, not in my world. Wedding. This situation involves wedding. So maybe some people are asking, is there going to be a wedding? Are we going to come to that point? May or may not be true. It could be the feelings are that of this is that person. It doesn't necessarily have to mean wedding, but it could be that is this everlasting? Is this the one? So it could be that some of us are questioning if this is the one. And that makes sense. And again, she's looking, he is not. So here he's looking because he realizes his feelings, right? He realizes the feelings. And on our card, the feminine energy is looking at the masculine energy, or however it works for you. And he's there, but he's just not quite on that page. Next card is, okay, this is a message for us. Because as they look away, we question. And as they say, yeah, I want to marry you, or no, I don't want to marry you. Nope, not going to marry you. Or nope, don't even want to get married. Then we question whether or not we deserve love. And this card is saying, without a doubt, we do. Without a doubt, we deserve love. You are lovable. So no matter what that person that you're questioning about, if they can't see it, don't feel it, and aren't ready to be there, there is nothing we as us can do for the other person to make them see, think, or feel the same way we maybe do, or hoping they are. They have to do their inner work, and which is maybe what the separation is all about. They maybe have to do their inner work to actually get that figured out. Because whether they see it or not, we deserve love. They do too. But it is the other person's glance that tells us, an energy that tells us there is a separation there. There is a moving away. Or a absent feeling of something, or my mind is jumbled by stuff. And we wonder then about ourselves. Do they care about us? Do they love us? Do they see us? Do they feel the same way? Do their actions speak in a forward motion towards us? Do their words and actions line up? Do they even speak the words of love? And whatever that is, we are deserving of it. Don't let somebody else who maybe isn't able to speak it question yourself. Okay, so the next card is children. Your love life is being affected by children. So, wow. On our end, this could be our own children, could be getting in the way of the relationship, coming closer. This could be their children that, okay, I'm going to rephrase that because I don't mean getting in the way. That there is something that they have in their life, or we have in our life, that stop us from taking that step as a couple. So something outside of the two of us. And it says children here, but it could be a multitude of things. There's dogs in here, and that's loyalty. So, okay, and I also see a string on there to the dogs, and that's a tying to something. So something outside of the two dynamics of the people that are in love with each other or care for each other or we're asking about is something either in our world or their world holds that tie to them or us and stops us from making that full connection. Responsibility, I just heard. Would have been much easier if I would have heard that to begin with. So responsibilities. Okay. And then we get the soulmate card. Yes, this is your soulmate. The one you're inquiring about, yes, is your soulmate. My head is spinning. Wow. Give it time. And that other card that we had, absence makes the heart go fonder. The one that we had where the one that I said looked like a gypsy and she had the horse on her high heart and then the heart, and it was the absent makes the heart go fonder. That is what I'm feeling is going to have to happen. So if this fits you in your life, a little food for thought. The last card that was in the bottom of the deck, like confirmation or the overall feeling. Attraction. You attract romantic love by being, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Smelling the roses. So she's smelling the roses. It's green. Green is the heart chakra, which is love. Pink is also there. The roses are pink, and that's love and passion. And it says the attraction is there. So the attraction is there for both people. Thank goodness. And we did not get the card of unacquainted love. Yay! Hate that card. It's because I used to get it all the time and I never listened to it. So we have true love and we have separation. They need to know it's safe to love and you need to know it's safe to love. Trust needs to be there. Give your relationship a chance. So he needs to be able to look and embrace. The divine masculine needs to be able to look and embrace, or the other person, and work on work on the partnership. Being together and just talking isn't working on it. It is knowing that there is something inside that you question, or that is an old wound that is triggered in this other relationship, in this new one, for them or for you. And you need to talk about it. Communication is key. Listening is key. And both parties being able to say their piece without it being a fight is key. Because there's obviously love here. And it's funny because we get wedding and soulmate at the front of our cards. But in the middle, we deserve love, right? And your love life is being affected by children. So they need to go and figure out how we fit into their life, what their feelings are for us, and what that means to them. Where does that lead them down the road? And this wedding card could be wedding, and not that it's going to happen. I'm not saying that, but that we ponder that. Are we in that place? Are we both on the same page? Or maybe you've had the talk of weddings and one is on board for that and one isn't. And so that brings up our worthiness. That brings our heart into this. Why don't they love me enough to do that? Why do they think that? No to weddings, or no to commitment, or no to moving forward in the relationship. That makes us question their feelings for us, if it's real. Because if our feelings are real for somebody and we know where we fit, right? We know where we stand. We know what that means to us. But we don't know what somebody else's feelings are. And so these cards are asking both of us to look deep into what they want, what we want from them, what we want to give them, what we hope they will want to give to us. Are our minds and hearts on the same page? Are we aligning to each other? And we might be really seeing their distractions. We might be, because we are questioning this deserving love. This is an internal card here. And their internal card is further down the line. Ours is right up front. And spirit, I want to say this is the spirit talking to us here, and they're telling them to give the relationship a chance, to work on the partnership, so it can be something that two people embrace. This is an angel here, a very soft energy of a man that is embracing the woman. So, and here again, here they're looking closer, here they're, they're almost kissing. And he's got his arms wrapped around her and she's touching his face. And Spirit is saying, yes, this is your soulmate. And the attraction is there. It's not that it's not there. I will say that and the next card is passion, so it's, attraction and passion is there. I'm not going to pull it out, but it is there. So, I want to say that when we allow ourselves to love somebody, and we give, and we don't feel like they're giving the same level, for whatever reason, no, not a judgment call, just one's a hugger and a kisser and the other one is not, those kind of things, right? Then that separation, and this maybe doesn't even have to be a full separation as in time not spent together, it can be an internal separation of them diving into what they can really give and what they can't really give, and us having to give them that space to do it. And then these work perfectly, because separation and you deserve love are right on top of each other. So when they go into separation, whatever it be, being actually away for, like, say, work or a move or whatever, or if it's a separation it goes inside themselves, we are going to feel that like we don't deserve love. We're going to feel it like a hit. But Spirit is telling us we most definitely do. Hold tight. Don't let these things that jumble up in our heads worry, because the give a relationship a chance, which is what they're being told to do, and we're being told this is a soulmate, this is somebody meant to love, and that the attraction is there on both sides. So it's a confirmation for sure. I'm just going to ask for one more card. Of what is it? And I don't really like to do future, but will this, excuse me, I was yawning. Will this, will those of us that are asking the question for the person that we're asking for, will that connection come together? Because it's a general rating, the majority will, and I want to take that card. Oh, I want to take that card, but it's not a good card. Okay. We're going to take it as a heads up. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. She and him are together, and this one is hiding somebody. He hasn't let go of somebody. The divine masculine, the divine feminine is reaching for the divine masculine, but the divine masculine has something that he is hiding. And you're going to see it and you're going to know it. And the angels are with you. Trust me, the angels are with you. And here is this woman. I don't like this card. Because I had it years ago and it was true. I trust my cards. Here, there is somebody behind this masculine with their hand over their face. They don't want to be seen. This person is hiding because they are coming in as, oh, well, us just here. Us just here. You know, hiding the face so you don't see that the words that they're saying is lying. Like, I'm just a friend. And really they're not. Whether this person is aware of this person's motives or not, this person with this man is hiding something to her for sure, and possibly to him. But he is going, oh, so there's a little something there. He's not completely innocent. He's aware of the flirtatiousness. So, okay, I want clarity on that card, because this was so good. I don't want to end off like this. My heart hurts. Because I have lived that before. So, my thoughts and feelings aside, I want clarity on this deception. What's to come? Okay, and I've got passion. And let go of control issues. Okay. Okay. I'm pulling that one out too. Keep an open mind. And again, we've got, this the deck gave us, the deck gave us this deception card. It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So this is telling us to be as positive as possible. This may not be as bad as it looks, although it looks bad. And trust me, it doesn't feel good. But keep an open mind. Keep love inside your heart. If nothing else, just for yourself. Let go of control issues. And I heard, here it says, allow situations to unfold naturally. Okay. The other person, because this isn't about us. This is about the other person. They are going to sink or swim in their own ship or cesspool if they need to. So stay positive, stay loving to yourself, stay in control of yourself. Know that whatever somebody else does is not about you, it's about them. If they allow somebody else to flirt with them, that's on their head. If they don't say, hey, I've got somebody, whether it's a male or female, whatever the situation is, hey, you know what? I'm going to need you to step back a little bit because I have a wife or a girlfriend, or I have, if it's, if you're the guy, or if you're the girl, whatever way it works, I have somebody else. So I know you're just flirting, but I'm not going to go there because I have somebody at home waiting for me, and I wouldn't do that to them. But this is about their integrity and their morals. This is about them being able to speak up to somebody else who is flirting with them, whether it be a friend or somebody who they need to do body language and give either verbally or action-wise, or by not going again in that person's vicinity, or allowing them to come, message, text, phone, whatever. If that person is pushing the envelope on your person needs to stand up and say no, because their actions and their actions alone will tell you where you stand in their life. You telling them not to do it will not make them do the right thing. In fact, it will make them do the opposite. They will stay later. They will do things they wouldn't have done before because they are mad, they are hurt, they're angry, whatever it is. This is about, I can't believe how this is playing out. So let go of control issues, love yourself, do your own thing, stay in your divine energy. Let whoever you're thinking about or in a relationship with or whatever, however it works, let them sink or swim or stand up and do their own thing. Keep an open mind. Keep an open mind, because the truth will come out and you'll see it in their eyes if they've crossed the line, because they won't be able to look at you. They won't. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. This guy is here. There's two girls. He's got the attention of both. He needs to choose one. And he needs to make it clear to the other one, no, I have one. I've chosen this one. So whether you're staring at me with googly eyes, you need to back off because I've got somebody already. That's integrity. That's when you know you have a soulmate. Somebody can tell the opposite sex to back off, or the same sex, however it goes, right? That's how you know you've got a soulmate, because they're looking after your soul. They know you're apart together. They know that your heart and their heart are together. They do not step out of that box. We do not step out of that box too. Same thing goes for us. We do not step out of the box and let somebody else come along and catch our eye because the one that we are with is busy doing something. No. Actions speak louder than words, but actions and words together to make sure that what we have is safe and sacred and honoring and then not letting somebody else come in that vicinity to stir and make a muck of that, no matter how pretty or handsome they are. I think that's really important. So this was definitely a relationship reading. This is about standing our ground too. Those other cards that we had on the table here before, it was about self-empowerment. It was about knowing who we are, the magic of us, and not letting somebody else shake it, whether it be another woman coming in on our man, or another man going in on a woman, or, you know, whatever dynamic it is not stepping outside of that relationship or that person, that true love. You can't give your relationship a chance if there's a third party. And I don't care how innocent it looks, how much of a friend they are. It's not innocent. If somebody is playing footsies with your mind or your feet, or being overly texting or whatever it might be. So let's keep things pure. But of all things, I got to say this again. Whoever they are and whoever you are, the truth will be shown, and the deception, if there is anything in there, will come to light. And how it will come to light is by you standing in your power and knowing who you are. And the other person will, by you being empowering, and if they've stepped off or let somebody else step in and they shouldn't have, you know, holding their arm around them, or, you know, whispering in the ear, or ha 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 touching. No. I don't want another man reaching out to touch me if he's gonna ha 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 ha. No. There's no need for that line to be crossed. That is flirting. Flirting is crossing a line into deception. Yeah, I didn't think this was going to go. I thought this was going to be a lot softer. I'm sorry. This is not for everybody, obviously. This is just for a few. And I did not expect this to go this way. So,